Hello everyone, welcome to this weekend with experts. So as we know that this weekend with experts, we actually learn a lot of things every weekend. So this weekend also we'll learn something new. So today the topic will be get PowerPoint slides and images in MS Excel. So first we'll see what all things we'll be doing. So we'll go to this slide, say if you go and click any of these thumbnails or say the slides here, so the slides will get enlarged here like this, and you can create some thumbnails like this, and say if I click on this I'll get one slide and I can close it like this, and also I can get some image galleries and I can zoom those image galleries like this. So in Excel we can do all these things. Say we can also zoom our images like this. I can scroll the images as we do in our image galleries. So this is completely done in Excel. So we'll see how we can create these kind of templates. So before that, if you're not subscribed to our channel, please do subscribe so that you can get more interesting videos like this. Right. Let me close this file first, and then we'll open one file, that is we'll start from scratch. I'll just close this. Right. So this file, we have a blank sheets. So what we'll do is we'll see how we can get the data or say get the slides from PowerPoint and then create a PowerPoint kind of slides in Excel. So what I've done is I've done few steps here which will actually help you in creating this template what I showed. So first is we'll see how we can connect to PPT, and then we'll see how to get the PowerPoint slides as images, and then we'll see how to create thumbnails and how to load images to the thumbnails, and then how to load the slide, say the slide what you've created with the image. Right. So first step is we'll see how we can load the PPT or how to connect the PPT. Let's create one module. So let's name it as mod underscore PPT image. Now to connect to my PowerPoint application, so what I have to do is I'll go to this tools and say reference. Here I'll have something called as Microsoft PowerPoint 16.0 object library. Just enable this and say OK. Sub get PPT images, will say dim PPT app as PowerPoint dot application, then dim PPT presentation as PowerPoint dot presentation. I will say dim PPT slide as PowerPoint dot slide. So these are three data types which we need for connecting to PPT. So first we'll see where is this PPT file. So what I've done is here I created one folder and I've kept the PPT slide here, or say PPT presentation. Let me delete this slide we just created while showing the other Excel file. So I just removed all the images which you have created with the other template. Now we have this PPT slide or say PPT presentation. So what we'll do is we'll try to open this PPT which is available in this folder, and then we'll convert those slides into images and we'll see how we can put that into Excel. Now I've copied this path, and what I've done is I've pasted here in my WKS files. Here I have created one sheet which is called as WKS files. So here I have this PPT file path, that is with the file name, and I also have one image file path where I need to save the images. So I've hard coded this. I've just copied the path and I've pasted here. So we can also use this dynamic opening of the folder and select the file name So in this case, I've just used only the names, and we'll cover that, the dynamic of opening the files and getting the file names in another session. So what I've done, I've just copied the file path that is with the file name, and also I've pasted here the image file path where the images has to be saved. In this case, I've kept the same folder where the PPT file is available. I'm just trying to paste the images of those slides in the same path. Now here I've created one placeholder where I'll get all the images which is converted by the PPT slides. So as of now, I'll just delete this. Let's go here. This is where I'll be creating my thumbnails and the slide. So we got the path. So what we'll do, we'll take the path into one variable, send him str, say PPT path as string. Say str PPT path equals wks files dot range of, we'll take the path. This is the file name what we have, dot val. Or if you want, if you are getting confused, we'll keep it as str file name. You can do like this also if you think that is getting confused. Fine. Now I got the file where the file is available, and I got the say data type as well. Now we'll try to open the application and the presentation. Say set ppt app equals create object, and I'll say PowerPoint dot application. This is to create the PowerPoint application. Next is we'll try to open the presentation which is available here. I'll say set ppt presentation equals ppt app dot presentations dot open. Open the bracket. Now I have this str file name, that is the path where the file is available, str file name. I'll close the bracket. Now this will help me in opening the presentation. Now let's check this. I'll just debug this, say F8, just to confirm whether the code is working fine. So I've used F8, and now I'm just trying to run this. So now the presentation, whatever I'm trying to convert that into images, will be opened. Now the code is working fine. So what I'll do is I'll go here. I'll also write a code to quit. So what this will do is it will quit the application. That is, after opening the PPT application, then after creating this PPT application, then we'll have this presentation opened, and after creating that images, the PPT will be, the application will be quit. So in middle, what I'll do, I'll try to get all the slides and convert that to images. So here we'll say for each PPT slide in PPT, say this presentation, whatever is there, presentation ers dot slides, next PPT slide. So it will take all the slides dynamically, the number of slides whatever is there. So it will take those number of slides, and what I'll do is I'll try to take these slides and convert that into images one by one. So for this, what I'll do is I'll take a number, that is a incremental number, to go through each slides. I'll go here, say dim int, will say slide number as integer. Let me take this slide number and I'll put it here. Slide number equals slide number plus 1. So this will actually keep increasing. So increment, it is getting incremented by 1 as and when the loop runs. Now this will actually help me in navigating between the slides. Alright, now what we'll do, we'll try to give a name for every images what we create. So we'll go here, and we'll say Tim str image name as string. Copy this, put it here, say str image name will be equal to, we'll give it as slide ampersand int slide number, ampersand we'll give it as dot jpg. So this will be my slide, whatever slide I'm converting into image, so that I'll be giving a name, that is slide 1 2 3 4 5, the number of slides available. Let's track this image name in this wks file sheet where we have the placeholder, that is from D11. So I'll go here, I'll say wks files dot range of, say from column D, say D ampersand, then we'll use this slide number plus 10 dot value equals str image name. So this will help me in getting the names here. All the names will be listed down here. Next is we'll try to export the slides into image. So if you want to export, say here I have this PPT slide, this will actually give me the slides which are in the presentation which I open, say PPT slide dot export. It lasts for the path. You give a space, it lasts for the file name. So first I'll give this str, say we have this file name. So what we'll do, we'll give a path as well, a separate path, instead of giving this name. So now we'll take the path. So the path where we'll be storing our images. So I'll go here, I'll say Tim str image path as string. Let me copy this image path. So the image path will be equals wks files dot range of, we'll take this one, that is E4 dot value. So here I'm getting the image path where I need to save. So I'll go here, PPT slide dot export. I'll export to this path, that is the image path. Ampersand, we need to get the file name. So file name is nothing but str image name. So here I have the image name, but in which format I need to export, I'll go here, I'll say JPG. So what this will do is, it will go here to every slide, give a slide as a image number or say image name, and then it will export every slide into this path with the name what we have mentioned here. Let's run this and see. Say fate presentation opens, and then we'll try and see if they are getting exported. Let's go and check in that folder. See, I'm getting this one image. That means the images are getting generated. So I'll go here, I'll run this, we'll check this. I'm getting all the images here. Fine. That means the connection from Excel to PPT is done, and all the slides in that particular PPT is converted into images, and they are available in this path. The next is creating thumbnails. Creating thumbnails means here we'll create some shape, something like this, a small image, something like here, which will help me in loading those images which we just created. So this will be my next code, that is creating thumbnails. Let me go here, say sub create thumbnails. First, what we'll do, we'll take the path from where we are taking the image. So I can just copy the same thing here. I'll say image path. Let me paste it here, and then the image path is also available here. I can type or I can just copy the same thing because I'm using the same path. So I got the image path here. So from here, I'll be taking the images for every thumbnail I'm creating. So how many thumbnails I have to create? So I'll go here. I have listed down here. All the image names will be listed down here, and I've taken one count here. This count will give me the number of thumbnails I need to create. This number of thumbnails will be exactly equals to the number of images what I've created. So this one I'll take it into one variable. I'll go here, say dim int c as integer. Then for loop I'll take one incremental variable. Let's go here. I'll say for int I equals 1 to int c. Next int I. So these many times I have to loop. So what I have to do first is let me create a thumbnail. When I want to create a thumbnail, that means I'm trying to create a shape. So where will I create a shape? We'll create in this sheet, that is in PPT slides. So we'll declare one shape here and we'll call it as dim shp thumbnail as shape. Right. Now what we'll do, we'll try to assign the shape which we are creating now, that is which we are adding in the PPT slide sheet. So set thumbnail equals wks PPT slides dot shapes dot add. Say add shape. Now we are trying to create one rectangle here. I'll say so shape rectangle, comma. Now it asks for left, top, the width and the height. Now what we'll do, we'll give here somewhere 10 for left. For top, I'll just say some 60. Then for width, let's take it as some 150. And for height, we'll take somewhere around say 90. Say close bracket. We're just trying to hard code this. That means this will be created in the same position. Let's try this. Say F8. So intc has to be in assign say intc equals wks files dot range of. I'll take the value that is which is d8 dot value. Let me run this, and if you check this, a shape is created, but the next shape should get created just below this. That means I need to vary my top values. So this one. So for that, what I'll do, I'll declare one more variable. I'll say dim int top as integer. Take this int top, will initialize or say will assign top before this loops itself, and here I'll assign this here. Now this int top has to increase. That means the value which is there here, that should keep getting increased, so that I'll get the shapes one below the other. I'll say int top equals, it is actually 60 in the beginning, so I'll take this as my reference for the next shape, and here I'll say shp thumbnail dot top. Then I'll say plus, we'll give some, say it is 60, so the next value will be 60, and we'll give some more values. I'll say 90. Let's try to create and see if I'm getting the shape one below the other. So I got the first shape, the second shape. Let's try to increase a little more. I'll make it as 100 and see. Let's delete this. First shape, second shape. Yes, we're getting enough space here. So what we'll do, we'll keep it as 100, and then what we'll do is we'll try to insert images inside the thumbnails what we have created. So we'll go here. Once the thumbnail is created, so to insert an image, so what we have to do is I'll go here, say shp thumbnail dot fill dot user picture. So when I say user picture, it lasts for the path and the file name. So here I already have this path, say str image path ampersand, say slide ampersand. We have this inti ampersand, say dot jpg, or you can give a variable as a file name, and also you can do it here. Next is we'll see how we can name this thumbnail. First we'll check whether this is working. Yes, this is working here. That means image is getting added here. Fine, let's stop this. Next is we'll try to name these thumbnails what you are creating, so that will be easily recognized for which thumbnail which image is getting loaded. So here let's copy this and we'll use dot name equals, say slide ampersand inti ampersand dot jpg. If you think that everywhere I'm using the same thing, I can take one variable and I can assign this to one variable as well. Let's do that. Say dim str file name as string. Let me take this file name, put it here, and we'll take this slide, say equals, put it, and this file name will just replace here and here as well. Right, now we have given the file name, and also we are renaming the thumbnails what we are creating, and also we are trying to load the picture here. Let's run this and see if they are working fine. Yes, to say this, the images are getting created one below the other, that is based on the thumbnail. And also you go and check this. Let me select this shape. You can see this, I'm getting this slide 1, slide 2, but here I'm getting this JPEG because here I'm using this file name here. So what we'll do is we'll just give the serial number. I'll just remove this JPEG, but here we'll add dot jpg, because here we are getting the name itself as dot jpg. I just want only slide 1, slide 2, slide 3, slide 4, like that, in that format. Now if I'm running this again, there'll be some more images which will get created one above the other. But what I want is I want to delete these images. As and when I keep updating the slides, or say if I put one new PPT in that particular folder, then this should get updated automatically. But for that I have to delete these shapes. So what I'll do, before this, we'll try to delete the shapes. So how to delete? I'll say for shp thumbnail, for each shp thumbnail in WKS ppt slides dot shapes, say next shp thumbnail. But I need to delete only those images which has got the name slide. Then I'll say if shp thumbnail dot name equals slide. That means the first 5 characters, if it is slide, then delete the shape, say left of 1, 5. Then end if the shape name, the first 5 characters of the shape name is slide, then delete it. I'll say shp thumbnail dot delete. So what will happen is here it will delete all the shapes which has got the name as SLID, that is slide. The first 5 characters slide it will delete. Let's go and check this. I'll put a breakpoint here. I'll just try to run this. See, it got deleted. Now if I put any images, mean any PPT slide there, automatically it will take the slides and create that as an image, and it will load to the new thumbnails what we have created. Otherwise, if you're not deleting it, so it will be loaded one above the other. Let me run this and see. I'm getting the slides here. If you think I want to change the color of this border, you can still do it. Otherwise, you can leave it as is. So what I'll do, if you want to change, then I'll go here, say thumbnail dot line dot forecolor dot RGB. So RGB color, that is red, green and blue, equals RGB open bracket. I'll give 240, 240 and 240. This will be like a gray line. Let's run this again. Let's go and check. See, I'm getting a gray line here. So the thumbnails are created. So that is what we have in this step. Next step, what we'll do is, if I click on this step, then I'll have one slide here. The image, whatever I'm clicking here, the thumbnail, whatever I'm clicking here, that should get loaded here. So what I'll do, I'll go to this insert and then I'll take one shape. And let me just put it here. And then keep it here like this. Let's name this as SHP slide. I named it as SHP slide. Let's put white color and we'll give some gray border like this. So when I click on this thumbnail, this slide should get loaded with the image whatever is there in this says thumbnail. So for that, what I'll do, I'll write one more code here. Say sub load image. So here again I'll take the same file path. We'll go here, say image path, put it here, and the path will take, that is this one. Right. So now we have the path where we have the images. Now to load the image here, so what I'll do, I'll take the name of this slide. Say it says slide 1, slide 2. So that is how we can actually take the image name as well. That is why we actually name the slide also, the thumbnail also, with the same name what we have the image. So this will help me in getting the image name as well. So how to get the name of this clicked, or say whatever I'm clicking here, whatever name is there, to take that we can use application.caller. Set dim str, I'll say file name as string. So I'll go here, whatever image I'm clicking, whatever thumbnail I'm clicking, if you want to get the name, I'll say application dot caller. So this will help me in getting the name of the slide what we have clicked here, that is the thumbnail. All right, I got the file name. Now what we'll do, we'll go here, we'll select this shape name, say WKS PPT slides dot shapes of SHP slide. We'll try to insert the image for this. So for this, what we'll do is we'll say dim SHP slide as shape. We'll take one data type here, and then here we'll take this object and we'll assign the slide what we have created here, the shape here, to this slide, means this variable. Now we'll go here and say SHP slide dot fill dot user picture. So I have the str image path ampersand. Here I have the str file name. Now this file name will give me slide 1, slide 2, slide 3, but I need to add dot jpg, that is the file extension of it. Let's assign this macro to this shape and then I'll click on this and see if it is working. If it is working, that means we can apply the same macro for all the other images as well. Yes, it is working fine. Now, if I'm applying the macro, so that will be like we are doing manually. But if you want to assign the macro to program itself, so what I'll do, the same program where I'm creating this thumbnail and inserting the image. So just below that, I'll say shp thumbnail dot on action equals, I'll give the macro name to be assigned. Now let me just run this. If you go here, see all the shapes will have the macros now. Let me click on this shape. So whatever the images is uploaded, say loaded in this say thumbnail, that will get loaded here. See, click on this. So any slide if you click, that will come here. Let me click more slides. See, so whatever slides you are clicking, so I'll get the image loaded in this shape. Let's click here. See, we'll get the images here. This is for the images getting loaded with the shape which is available here. Now suppose if you want to hide this, so whenever I click on this, only then this slide has to appear. And if you want to have a close button here, when I click on this close button, it should get closed. So for that, what I can do, I'll go to this insert and I will insert one shape like this. I'll just keep it here. Let's make it as no fill, and then I'll say no line, and I'll type X here. Let's change the color of the font. I'll make it as something like this. Let's increase the font size, make it bold, and I can make it central line. You can reduce this, and I'll keep it somewhere in the corner of this shape. Now we'll write a macro here, say sub close slide. I have a shape name for this SHP slide. Now what we'll do, we'll take this close button as well as this slide and we'll group it. Right click and group it. So this will actually get grouped and this will be one shape now. We'll name it as SHP group. Now we'll try to hide this shape when I click on this close button which we have created just now. So that is very simple. Say WKS PPT slides dot shapes open bracket, I'll say SHP group dot visible equals false. Let me copy this and I'll assign to this next button. Assign macro. Right. Now when I click on this, the whole slide, whatever is here, that will get closed. Now when I click here, I should get that slide. So what we'll do, we'll take the same code and we'll put it here in this load image macro. Or say when I click on this, it should get loaded. I'll make it as true. Now if you go here, if I click on this, that slide will appear and say close. See, like this. Select any image. If you go here, I'll get the slide and I can click on this button here wherein I've written a macro to close this slide. So wherever you go, I'll just get kind of slide here and I can close this. So this is how I can actually get the PowerPoint slides into my Excel workbook. The next session, we can see how we can load the images and then how we can zoom the images, how to create an image gallery in the Excel file. So this is all about today's Weekend with Experts. Hope you have enjoyed this session and also you would have learned a lot of things, because the intention of this Weekend with Experts is something new to learn every weekend. And if you're not subscribed to our channel, please do subscribe to our channel and click on the bell button so that you'll get the notification of more interesting videos like this. Thank you so much.